Hello everyone, this is Sean and welcome back to episode number 69 of our Rimworld A16 Zippy's Folly Let's Play. When we last left off, it was the 4th of winter and the pawns of Zippy's Folly had, I don't know, been doing some building and trading and stuff. It's the same as usual for these pawns here. Yeah, there we go, good. Between episodes, I went ahead and actually I did a whole bunch of stuff between episodes, didn't I? I set up defensive areas. I set up a little bit of extra defensive areas along here. That'll come in handy when we build this building out. I set up these walls so we can expand and put a dining table in here. I think that's going to be our plan here. A little more defenses there. Basically, I set up sandbags as defenses instead of setting up pillars as defenses. As I was setting up this wall, I started to set pillars up over here, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. Sandbags work almost as good as pillars. It's like 60% versus 70%. But they have a much wider range. You don't have that pillar in front of you every once in a while when you're trying to shoot. So I went ahead and did that. I will probably want to tear these down. Actually, I should just go ahead and set the sandbags out in front of them like I did with the other ones. It's probably not going to be using having to fight from these anymore, but you never know. We could still have bad guys getting in through the walls down there, sappers or something. I suppose in theory I'd want to start putting some defensive areas outside of this wall too, but I don't think I'm going to do that yet. I'm not quite sure what to do along here. I mean, what I'm probably just going to do is just build the wall along the swamp there, and then I guess allow them to spill in to this area. And I think I'm going to push the soil out this way. So I guess what I could do here is do a plan and just like put a line out there. I think this line is pretty reasonable for where I would want to push the soil out to. I could potentially expand this housing unit out a little bit. That's about all I could really do with it, to be honest. So maybe I don't really need to push it out that far. Maybe if I push it out to here. Actually, that looks like that would work out pretty well. So set that as our goal. And then, of course, we're going to build a wall along here and connect through here, too. So, this will kind of serve as a second kill zone for us. I think I'll probably end up putting a wall along here, and then we could shoot through the wall as people get fighting in here. And then if they still want to come down and fight us through the kill zone here, but if they're sappers or whatever, they're just going to have to fight us from the swamp. In theory, we could put walls along here as well and kind of force them into the swamp that way too. But those are, we're not going to send everybody out to fight over here. That's silly. Just delay. And when you have multiple layers of walls, you can kind of let them break through the walls wherever you want, and it's really easy to set up. Like, you can figure out where they're breaking through the wall, and then you can set up really good defenses on the other side of where they're at. Let's get that UI back up there. Alpha Beaver self-tamed, huh? How are our animals doing? I hope our muffalos aren't like having miscarriages or anything. Wow, all of our animals are within one screen now all of a sudden. Actually, I do want you on the outskirts there, Alpha Beaver. You know what? I don't even want that. I just want to go ahead and kill you. So the two roosters and 3 hens is working out pretty well. So somebody just asked me recently what the whole point of these boom rats was, and this was somebody commenting on like episode 40 or whatever when I first brought the boom rats in. And now that he mentions it, that's a good question. The original plan for the boom rats was so they could just roam free out in the wilderness, right, and cause havoc with the raiders and all that stuff. But now that's not really practical because I've got I've got these double walls, and basically nothing is a threat. Like, those boom rats are not gonna do any good protecting me against threats at this point. So you know, I kind of would be better off selling them. I think. Like, I think I would be better off killing them. But if I went and tried to kill all my boom rats, I'd probably, like, I'm more worried about the fire hazard with doing something like that. Oh, excuse me if you heard that noise. That came up out of nowhere. If you didn't hear that noise, I dropped something. That's all. 18 hours until the traders are available, huh? Mad animal, no problem. Even when it's a local rat, it's not a problem. So, is there anybody around? Oh, look at that. We have some sort of trader that I probably already traded with them. But let's go give them a trade. Yeah, Wasp definitely sounds like I've already traded with them. There's somebody with a sword. Well, somebody who should have a sword. Flame. Come on, we have a bunch of swords just laying around. All right, so there's somebody else who has a sword that's nearby. Ryan, get up here. Melee attack that rat. All right, and hey, look at this. We can sell all our boom rats, like I was just talking about. So long, boom rats. It was an exciting idea to have you out there, but your time has passed, and there's no need. You know, I'm still having some pet food problems. Look at that, we're already down to 800 kibble, and I don't remember how high we've gotten back up, but I think that'll help. No, I don't want those 9-year-old alpacas. That's ridiculous. So there we go. Oh, they're going to wander over and join up that way. Is that how it works? I heard some animal dying. Oh, it must have been the rat, of course. That makes sense. And hey, look at that, snow. I know I said on the last episode that it'd be crazy if we had a winter with no snow. And it would be crazy. But we're not going to. Boy, here in Portland, we have just gotten beat up by the snow, which is really unusual for us, but I'm not going to tell that story right now because we have a toxic fallout. Toxic fallout's not really too much for us to worry about. We've actually already kind of have the toxic area set up, so let's go ahead and restrict everybody to the toxic area. Get it on speed 1 here, and then we'll go ahead and expand that out a little so people can live in their homes, and they can worry about these homes, worry about our garden up here. All of this is good for the toxic area. That's all good. Chickens, of course, are fine. We're going to want to get our other animals inside. So that means all animals are going to have to be in the chicken area temporarily. I'm glad I thought about that. Everybody into the hen house, please. I am still expanding the toxic allowed area. I'm going to put that in there. You're going to go in there for sure. This part, and this, and then all of this. There we go. Wow, it's been a long time since we had a toxic fallout. Must have been at the very beginning of the game. I sort of remember one at the very start. So toxic fallout's usually cool because it means we'll get a bunch of mining done. Mining, like straight up, real, actual in the mountain mining is something that I don't really do too much of. You know what, we could finish doing this wall out here if we were to set the toxic fallout zone to go through the along the covered highway. Another benefit of having this set up. Just got to be, I mean, honestly, I don't have to be this careful because they can get a little bit of toxic fallout. It's not really that big a deal. But I don't like to take unnecessary risks. Wooden auto door breakdown. I don't care about that really. It'll get fixed. And we'll just expand that over there. Should be good. Now open that whole thing up. In theory, we could mine out this whole area here. Probably. Do I have any idle pawns yet? Not really. That's kind of a surprise because they can't really. There's a lot of area that they can't cover here. All right, let's set that up to be mined. Oh, my upstairs neighbor is so loud. Drives me crazy. It's like they're bowling up there or something. I mean, obviously they're not, but oh, it's very loud. Connect you guys up. There we go. That. You go there. As a matter of fact, you can go through there like that. Very good. Go there. And let's go to structure. And it doesn't really matter, even wooden walls will be fine. Slaver, cool. Has it been long enough for me to call a trader again? I feel like it's been a day. Nope. It's been half an hour. Well, at least the time in the hour hasn't changed. Boy. I guess I slowed things down quite a bit for the toxic fallout, and I actually need to continue slowing things down for toxic fallout. And interestingly, in the last couple of minutes, since I complained about my upstairs neighbor, there's a crazy homeless person outside that is yelling a lot right now. So I get to hear him celebrating or whatever he's doing out there, which is a real shame because, like I was starting to say earlier, ooh, I'm bringing all my stories together. It has been ridiculously, like really unusually cold here in Portland. Normally we get a couple of inches of snow like every other winter for 1 or 2 days. And this year we've had at least 4 days, or no, we've had 4 times where snow has fallen at least 2 inches, which shuts our city down. And last week we got a foot of snow downtown, and like that was on Tuesday last week, and today is Monday, and our roads are still frozen. Like outside my window, it's just packed ice, and I hear cars skidding out on it all the time. Like we were just counting on the rain to come and kind of wash the snow away, and it's just stayed frozen and also not raining since the snow fell. So it's kind of crazy how our town is handling this. Oh, now we have a psychic ship, huh? And well, at least it's nearby, so I don't really have to. And look at that! Wow, that is convenient. It's a little close, but still, that's pretty lucky. So that is our main power source going through there. Go ahead and run it down this way. We're going to set up some sandbags. I think we're going to put our turrets behind sandbags. Like that, maybe. We will build just a little bit of a roofed area. We're not going to roof all of it off, but we'll roof off some of it. And then I need to open that up to the toxic area. Well, I feel like in the last episode I mentioned that things were kind of getting a little slow and not a whole lot was going on. So, you know, I guess I was wrong. This will be interesting. So we have 4 turrets. I feel like we're going to need a 5th one, but let's be smart about it and build the 5th one up here by where all of our materials are. So we'll just build it right here. And we will wait to move those until we get caught up on the construction of things. I think we can go ahead and turn the speed back on here. But we are going to set everybody to a higher level of construction. But the growers, I want to have them at level 3. That's fine. All right, so this will get all that construction caught up because we have a lot of it set up. It's too bad Velasco can't help out, but he's over there mining away. Now, this is a psychic ship, right? Psychic ship, good. Erasmo failed. Yeah, that's fine, Erasmo. I forgive you. I know you're new at this. Flame, you're even newer. I guess all the noobs are out trying to build the wall right now, huh? I like how they built those sandbags. Just left the plans along the outside. Can't imagine that this deteriorates in the... yeah, that'd be crazy if it deteriorated in the toxic fallout. It's worth a shot. Good place for lunch, Ryan. Compact machinery, yay! I remember when components used to be so difficult to come across. Yeah, so there's a homeless guy outside, crazy homeless guy outside in the cold weather, freezing out there. Feel bad for him. Ah, look, we had a chick explosion while we weren't looking. Told you everything is going on at once here. So all these chicks going into the dying zone. And then I need to remember to actually set them up for butchering as well, because they will eat all of my pemmican if I don't. Get in close so I don't select any actual chickens. Slaughter. Very good. We're getting there. That is going to be really close to where the Skythers are, unfortunately. I don't like fighting quite so close, but, you know, what are we going to do? All right, reinstall. Number 2. Number 3. Nope, not build, copy, reinstall. And number 4. And finally, number 5. Good old number 5. You know, I'm just going to put it over here. It's not really going to get shot at, so it will be fine without the additional sandbags. And we'll just let those get installed. There's not really a real urgency here. I guess there's something of an urgency because the episode only has 5 minutes left. Looks like everybody is starting to wake up, so they should be getting some food. I know why they're not grabbing those things, because that area is not in their allowed area. So let's remedy that. They can walk around a little bit out there. And now they'll go grab them and install them. And dig up that snow apparently as well. How about I clear the snow clear area? Oh, yeah. Wow, you actually are all dirtified by now. And did I not reinstall this one? Sure I did. Yeah. Oh, that's outside the allowed area as well. All right then, how about right here? Ben has got that, so let's draft everybody but Ben. Everybody come down here. And this should be pretty straightforward. Doesn't look like it's draining our battery, even having all of that stuff running in the middle of the night. It's crazy. Ben, why don't you get drafted here, buddy? And all the rest of you, come on down. Zippy, Michael. Michael can stay up here. You're a sniper. You're a sniper. Christian, you're a sniper. You guys can come down and do fire control, I guess. Julian, fire control. Ryan, you don't even have a weapon or a shield. Well, that's too bad. Nope, just Ryan, please. Come take that plasteel sword. Great, and I believe we are ready then. So, Zippy, why don't you go ahead, open it up. Wait, is there somebody? Why don't you come down here? There's a lot of, it's like every single one of them has an Inferno cannon. Okay, that's good. 7 centipedes and 2 scythers. All right, can deal with that. Is it snowing? Oh, okay. Hey guys, you don't even need to worry about the putting the fires out. Everybody's getting shots off. That's good. Turret's holding up pretty well, I'd say. 34%. Well, not that one so much. It's too bad. Might lose that one. Keep firing at it. Wow. Almost had a pawn take damage. I love it. Ship. Oh, because Zippy was firing at it the whole time. So Zippy can't shoot anybody anymore. Oh, we just bring these guys up to the... I suppose they're looking at potential friendly fire. Also potentially getting fire, yeah, put on fire. But Zippy, there you go. Don't stand directly in front of that that auto cannon. That was probably not the best idea. All right, so I know I said all right too soon. Jeez, that guy took forever to die. But all right, got that under control. I don't think any of this is going to deteriorate being outside, so I am going to. Although I do want to reinstall these turrets back where they belong. Doesn't look like any of them got hurt too badly, except for the one that we haven't looked at yet. This one got hurt pretty good. And which one did I not move? This one didn't get hurt at all, like I expected. There we go. Let's look at everybody's health real quick, make sure nobody's really getting any legitimate toxic buildup. A couple of burns. Yeah, toxic buildup is going. I mean, if it just says initial, I don't even really need to worry about it. Great. So, no worries there. Well, that was exciting. I hope you've enjoyed watching this episode. If you have, you should. There you go. If you had, you should click the like button down below. That's a good way to let me know that you had fun watching. Tell your friends that that they should watch too, and leave a comment in the comment area. That is it for this episode. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.